want to explain you a little bit our planification of our micro-teaching. We decide based on our micro-teaching on one of the units presented by the programs of the from Mineduc in 10th grade specifically. Okay, the program proposes that the students should learn about sport and hobbies, but we decide to adapt that and to create a new unit based on sport and lifestyles. Okay, so we decide to split the first part of this unit in 3 classes. The first class, the main topic of this first class is to introduce the topic to the students, okay? So we have a conceptual content, which is sporting habits and lifestyles. We have a procedural content that is comprehending sporting habits and lifestyles of yourself. And the behavioral content is to value sport as an important aspect of a healthy life. Basically, in this class, we're supposed to work on a worksheet, which is this worksheet that we have prepared. But it's not part of our micro teaching, it's just for introduce you something, okay? I uploaded this yesterday to our Facebook group. I don't know if you saw it.
Yes.
But it's related to good health and sports. And where there's an activity, here there's a text about good health. And finally, we have useful words for agreement and disagreement, okay? The national curriculum proposes that you as a student of 10th grade know the basic structure of agreement or disagreement. But the idea here is to make richer your lexicon related to these phrases, okay? So, for example, we know the phrase, I'm afraid, disagree, but maybe we don't know that to say no way, it's more informal and it's in a strong way, okay? Or maybe, I couldn't agree with you more. It's something that we don't use, but we have to use it, okay? And another phrase of agreement is, tell me about it. That is a slang. But it could be really useful in a normal daily life conversation, okay? And well then, the second class would be held in the National Stadium, okay? We decided to do this outing in the National Stadium because it's part of our daily life. Nowadays that our football team had won a place in the World Cup. It's quite more important, but at the same time we want to present you this idea of National Stadium as part of our culture, not only because of the sport, but also because of the recent history, as a place where many people were
prisoner and tortured and used like a prison of a lot of detainees that were disappeared in the time.
Well, the idea of the development of this outing is that we have to make a tour through the National Stadium, and as a whole class, we'll visit the most well-known places of the National Stadium, which is the field within the National Stadium, the memorial related to political prisoners, the tennis field, and athletics track Mario Recordon. Okay? And the idea is that you as a student take photographs because it's going to be part of the final task of this unit that you will have to describe and report your feelings and your thoughts about the National Stadium as a whole, not as only the place that hosts national match. Okay? Then, well, in this part also is the activity that we did last Thursday, that we
did sports.
Yeah.
And in terms of we decided to use like a class of not a class, instead of not a class. I mean, 15 minutes routine of exercises to help you learn about movements, about part of the body, and you acquire it in a better way. So it's easier to acquire things by doing.
Yeah. So from the 2 classes have 2 main objectives. The first one is to learn about sport and habits, and also to learn more vocabulary about agreement and disagreement. And now the second class is based on learning vocabulary related to body movement, sports, and also history. Okay. And well, the to do with you. It's a Socratic circle, and the idea here is to improve our communicative skills using the vocabulary that we learn. That's process. Okay? So, well, the main objective is to use a correct vocabulary about agreement and disagreement, sport, body parts, and body movements. So, first, we want to show you a video that many of you, I think, have seen of the activity that we did last Thursday. And there's a girl.
Did you record that?
Yeah, with the little camera.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. You had that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I had that crazy hat.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
That was hanging in a camera.
That was fun.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
filmed it and Diego Santelices
So,
edited.
guys, do you remember what kind of
Well
vocabulary
done,
we
yeah.
learned? Do we learn in this part of the routine?
Kind of fixing the camera.
What else?
Wrist.
Stretch, very good. Ankles, what else? Knees, shoulders. Do you know another joint? Do you know how this part of the body is called? Elbow, very good. So, which part of our body did we work on that exercise? Legs. What else? Back. Our chest. Our arms and our obliques. Okay?
People dying everywhere.
Like zombies.
That's a pretty good camera you got there.
Oh yeah, like things like with the same resolution, but it's more like for action sports. So that's why it is little.
So, what do you normally use it when you do like skate?
Yeah, that's the question. What muscles are part of this exercise? You know?
Tights, I
Thighs,
guess.
inner thighs, and butt. Very good. Okay.
Just to clarify, the pronunciation is
Thighs.
thigh.
Thighs.
Thighs.
So, well, guys, as you may know, you remember the vocabulary that we learned. So, maybe now we're going to start our discussion about sporting habits and lifestyles, okay?
Okay.
So, okay,
Well,
if you want to present the question to the class.
well, the question that we decided to use is that considering our behavior as a society in terms of sports, how do you think that Chile will be in 30 years? Do we have to change something? And if we do so, how can we change it?
Okay, the main objective here is that we need to reach an agreement. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
So please. Yes.
No.
I think that we will be all back.
Okay.
I think that we will because most of us don't, I don't know,
Don't
Exercise?
do not
We're
make
not
every-
used to make
We don't do exercise, or we don't take exercise. We don't do or take exercise.
so I think that we should.
Sorry, Diego, I was. I have to strongly disagree with Caro because it's not only disagree, but strongly disagree. Because and you can see like every weekend that a lot of people are doing like recreational sports. That's to say, jogging and riding their bikes. And there's a whole lot of population that it's taking care of their bodies in terms of exercise. But with what we are lacking of like big athletes, and that's why we don't give support, and we don't plan it as a whole, like educational and social um, yeah, like a whole new arrangement for them. But in terms of lifestyle and like enrichment of the body, I think that as a country we are growing and we are going towards a better lifestyle.
I can say something about that. Well, I think that obviously we are not so conscious about doing exercise, and um, we can notice that some people is getting unhealthier, is getting more and more unhealthy. Um, but we can say also that I agree with Joel that we are seeing more and more people jogging and doing exercise, riding bikes, and also we are having more parks and for example skate parks. So uh, um, that's a thing that can give us like a chance to go around and do exercise. So I think it's better. So it's getting better. So, but we have to be conscious about it.
So one point that you and maybe we all agree here that maybe we need more education in terms of sports and in terms of improve maybe public spaces to sports. Yeah. So that's one point that maybe we can agree. You.
Well, the thing that I wanted to say is the thing that Joel said. The thing is, for example, in San Bernardo,
In the countryside.
yeah, time ago it was a lot of space for doing skate and bicycle, but the thing was that the police took up that place because it was very dangerous and it was only for lazy persons or boys that escaped from the school. So they delayed that place, and now San Bernardo is like
A lazy city.
yeah,
Yeah.
No,
very
I
worse.
just, I just
So-
want to say.
So we need like the support for doing more space, because if we don't change that, we will not continue with developing sports or things like that.
Do you think that we need more kind of laws in terms of sports?
Yeah.
I don't think
To
that
develop like the structure of like machines to use in a public way, or to have I don't know, more opportunities to use?
I just wanted to say that nowadays,
Get your own marker.
are a lot of machines doing exercise, and we have noticed that. So, well, actually, I have an exercise machine at home. So, I think it's a way to change it will be adding more machine exercises, not only in parks, but I don't know, maybe in the subway. Who can? Maybe I don't know. But
At the office,
some volleyball class, the office.
maybe?
And yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I want to say something that was related to what Eddie said before, and it's that first of all, we need to be conscious about it. We are going to be adults, and we are going to have, in a bad way, or how can I say, huesos, bones, right? So it is important to be conscious by ourselves, like take care of ourselves. And but I don't think that we need laws, because people used to break rules. So in that way, nobody could do exercise and will be improving, like being lazy on all those kind of things. But also I think that it will be really interesting to have like classes or something that related to our in the way that we eat or what kind of thing we should eat.
Yeah, but actually I didn't say like use the laws to make compulsory to do exercise. I mean, what I wanted to say, it was like to use laws to include in terms of education, in terms of develop our structural parts, like in terms of include more machines to do exercises, but not in terms to make it compulsory.
I think that you wanted to say that we need more sports movements.
Sport.
Yeah.
In relation to that, what would you do to improve or to create those sport projects that now you know a little bit of how to create, for example, workout routine or how it's work in teams when you are doing sport? What would you do? For example, in the future, in your future jobs or in the university, what would you create? What would you propose?
I would propose to have like classes for free for the people that want to do exercise, because I think that it's too expensive to take a class of yoga or anything, or going to the gym. Some people cannot pay for that.
Like
Yeah.
give scholarships or
I don't know.
only
Classes for free in the park, in some place that it's public.
Okay.
I want to say something. We have to think not only in the part of doing exercise. We have to think also in our eating behavior. I don't know how to say, but we have to think in that part also, because not all the people know how to feed themselves, how to eat healthy. Not all the people. For example, people from, I don't know, people who are like in a lower class, for example, they will eat only potatoes, for example, spaghetti, and they don't have the money to buy like vegetables and all that kind of stuff. So maybe we have to think in that part also, and we have to give them information about the alimentation and also the part of doing exercise, and and with all of that we can do something. So that's.
I agree with Loretta, and I would like to add something else. I think that the main change that we have to do here in Chile in terms of sports life, it's about the culture in itself, because we don't need, I think, it's my point of view, we don't need more laws about it, because maybe some laws about the sport for athletic people, athletes, but we have to change the culture, and I think that we are changing the culture a little bit, but we are
Actually,
nowadays.
Actually, culture is changing, because per year you can notice that there are
More bikes on the
more
streets,
bikes,
for example.
there are a lot of people
More
running.
people in the parks doing
Yeah.
exercise. Or people running every day or even in night.
For example, in Viña del Mar, there's a lot of people that use rollerblading. I don't know how to say. They use that. There's a lot of people, and that caught my attention. And it was like amazing in the beach. They were tons and tons of people doing exercise, jogging, and doing all of that kind of stuff. So there's a clear improvement. So
So
Yeah, and
guys,
also here in Santiago, sorry, here you can see people even in the weekends. For example, my case. Yesterday I was riding my bike with my nephew, and we were around the Moneda Palace, and there was almost, let's say, 10 or 15 bikes, people biking, you know. So there were a lot of people doing exercise, and in the weekend, you know, and in the week you can see also in the mornings or afternoons, you can see people doing something for their own bodies, you know.
Actually, there are people that use their bikes to go to their work.
To work, to the study place.
Yeah.
Well, you know, all your comments are really interesting, but we need to reach an agreement because it's time. So who would like to close the conversation? And to really like something.
Okay. We need cultural background in sports and healthy life and healthy food, everything. We need more sport projects. Classes for free. And we need to want to do exercise.
Do you agree, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much for your participation.
Okay, can I just say something?